Morning students of standard 12. Today we are going to study chapter 3, human reproduction. Male reproductive system comprises of following parts: testis, epididymis, vas deferens, prostate gland, seminal vesicles and penis. Students, male reproductive system actually has certain parts. These parts are testis, epididymis, vas deferens, prostate gland, seminal vesicles and penis. Now students, in this all parts, testis is called as the primary sexual organ of male. Although it does not participate in the sexual intercourse directly, because it is the exact place where sperm gets synthesized and male sexual hormone testosterone gets synthesized, and penis is called as the secondary sexual organ of male. Testis, it is paired oval structure which is found to be hanging in scrotum. Students, testis generally is a oval structure or an elliptical structure which is 2 in number, that is paired. And students, if we concentrate, then we can also notice that it generally hangs in a pouch like structure which is called as scrotum. Now students, if in this diagram we concentrate on the testis, then this is the testis which is also marked here and which also hangs in a pouch like structure which is called as the scrotum. So students, you can see the scrotum this side and this side also. Testis synthesizes sperms. Students, it's the most important function of testis, that is to synthesize, that is to manufacture sperms. Now students, in this picture here you can notice the testis, which is here, and the pouch like structure which you can see here is the scrotum. Epididymis, it stores sperm temporarily. Vas deferens, it carries sperm to prostate gland. Prostate gland, it secretes milky whitish fluid substance. So students, epididymis is the another part of male reproductive system, the main function of which is to store the sperm for a certain period of time. That is why it is mentioned here is stored, that is sperm is stored in the epididymis for a certain period of time, that is stored temporarily. Students, we can also find here vas deferens. it carries sperm to prostate gland. Now students, vas deferens is actually the connecting pipe, collecting tube-like structure which carries sperm to the prostate gland. And students, prostate gland is actually a specific gland, the main function of which is to secrete a fluid substance which is milky whitish in color. Now students, here in this diagram we can easily notice the vas deferens, which is a paired tube-like structure, the prostate gland which secretes the milky whitish fluid substance, the epididymis which stores the sperm temporarily, and penis, it ejaculates semen in female genital tract. So students, this is the penis which you can see here. The main function of penis is to ejaculate, that is to release the semen in the female genital tract, that is in the female reproductive system. Now students, here semen represents sperm and secretions of seminal vesicle and the prostate gland. So students, the sperm and the secretions of prostate gland and seminal vesicle forms the semen. So the secretion of prostate gland and seminal vesicle along with the sperm forms the semen. Female reproductive system. It comprises of following parts: ovary, fallopian tube, uterus, cervix and vagina. So students, we can say that the female reproductive system is made up of following parts, which are ovary, fallopian tube, uterus, cervix and vagina. Ovary. It is a paired almond-shaped organ which synthesizes egg. Students, ovary is the most important part of the female reproductive system, the shape of which is like an almond and which is 2 in number, that is paired, and the main function of which is to synthesize egg. So students, if you concentrate in this picture, you can notice the ovary which is present on both the sides of the female reproductive system and which appears like almond, and the main function of which is to release and synthesize egg. The process of formation of ova from ovary is called as ovulation. So students, ova is generally formed by a particular process within the ovary, and this process is called as ovulation. Students, if you concentrate in this picture, you can easily understand that the egg is released from the ovary. So students, this is the egg, and this structure which you can see here, this is the ovary. So students, you can notice that by various processes, the ovary which is taking place inside the ovary. So students, various process which is taking place inside the ovary finally forms the egg. So this processes finally forms the egg, and egg is released from the ovary, and this process is called as ovulation. Infundibulum. It is trumpet-like part of female reproductive system. It comprises of fimbriae, ampulla, and isthmus. Students, infundibulum appears like a trumpet. So students, if you concentrate in this picture, you can easily notice the infundibulum part. So students, this is the infundibulum part, which appears like a trumpet. Here also you can notice it is appearing like a trumpet, which is a musical instrument. Students, it further comprises of three parts: fimbriae, ampulla, and isthmus. Now students, fimbriae is the finger-like projection which you can see here. So students, this finger-like projection which you can see in both the sides of the infundibulum is the fimbriae. Students, ampulla is the other part of the infundibulum, which is supposed to be the widest part of the infundibulum. So students, this widest part which you can see here on both the sides of the infundibulum is the ampulla. Students, ampulla is also the exact place where the process of fertilization takes place. Students, the third part is the isthmus. Now students, isthmus is the narrowest part of the infundibulum. Uterus. It's a triangular muscular organ. So students, uterus is the muscular organ of the female reproductive system, which generally appears like a triangle. Cervix is a narrow channel-like structure. Vagina. It is a muscular tube-like structure which receives human male's penis during sexual intercourse. So students, if you concentrate here in this picture, you will be able to understand the triangular muscular organ which you can see here. So students, this triangular muscular organ is the uterus, which you can see here also is mentioned. The triangular muscular organ, which is actually bounded by the three muscular walls, and the cervix. Students, you can also notice here that the cervix is also leveled here. This is the narrow tube-like structure which is called as the cervix. And students, finally you can find the vagina also here. Now vagina is the muscular tube-like structure which receives male's penis during sexual intercourse. Friends, if you notice here in this picture, then you will also be able to understand the endometrium and the myometrium. Students, endometrium is the innermost part which you can see, and myometrium is the middle part of the uterus. The uterus of female reproductive system comprises of following layers: perimetrium, mesometrium and endometrium. So students, you can find the three membranes present here. The endometrium is the innermost part, this is the endometrium, students. The myometrium is the middle part, and the perimetrium is the outermost part, students. Gametogenesis. It is the process in which reproductive gametes are synthesized in testes and ovary. So students, gametogenesis actually is a process which takes place in the reproductive organs and due to which reproductive gametes are synthesized, which get synthesized in the testes and in the ovary. Sperm. It is male gamete which comprises of head, middle piece and tail. So students, sperm is actually the male gamete. The following are the parts of the male gamete: head, middle piece and tail. So students, here you can find the head, here you can find the middle piece, and students, this is what you can find as the tail. So students, these three parts taken collectively form a sperm. Spermatogenesis. It is a process in which sperm is synthesized in testes. So students, spermatogenesis actually is the process in which inside the testes sperm is produced. Now students, in this picture we can easily understand that initially the spermatogonia, which is also called as the sperm producing mother cell, produces the primary spermatocyte. The primary spermatocyte further produces the secondary spermatocyte. The secondary spermatocyte further forms the spermatid, and finally the spermatid forms the spermatozoa. So students, this is the process in which the sperm gets synthesized, which starts from spermatogonia. Students, this is the spermatogonia, this cell is the spermatogonia, sperm producing mother cell. This is the primary spermatocyte. Primary spermatocyte further produces the secondary spermatocytes, you can see here, and this secondary spermatocytes further form the spermatids separately. Students, you can see here the second here spermatocyte produces the two spermatid, and here the other secondary spermatocyte produces the other two spermatid, and finally each spermatid is producing the two spermatozoa, and this whole production of the sperm or the spermatozoa from the spermatogonia is called as the spermatogenesis. Ovum. It is a female gamete which is surrounded by protective layer. Now students, here you can notice easily the protective layer of the ovum, which is the corona radiata, and the zona pellucida. Since this is the outermost layer which protects the egg and is called as the corona radiata, which is further surrounded by the zona pellucida. So students, these two layers taken collectively protects the ovum. Oogenesis. It is the process of egg synthesis which takes place in ovary. So students, we can say that oogenesis is the process in which egg is synthesized within the ovary. Now students, the process of oogenesis starts with the oogonium. Oogonium forms the primary oocyte, and the primary oocyte undergoes the meiosis to form the secondary oocyte and the first polar body. Now students, the secondary oocyte again produces the secondary oocyte and secondary oocyte further forms the egg and the second polar body. And students, here the first polar body also reproduces to form two other polar body, and this whole process of formation of egg from the oogonium is called as the oogenesis, where oogonium is the egg producing mother cell. Meiosis is the cell division which takes place in testis and ovary during gametogenesis. Students, it's the most important point which helps us to know that which type of cell division helps in the formation of various gametes during the process of gametogenesis in testis and ovary, and that process is meiosis. So students, here in this picture also you can notice the process of meiosis taking place during the formation of egg. Embryonic development. It is the process in which fetus develops in uterus of female from embryonic stage. So students, embryonic development is the most important phase in which the fetus, which is the result of the huge multiplicative cellular divisions taking place in the zygote, which develops in the uterus of the female, and this whole process taken collectively is called as embryonic development. Now students, this concept further can be understood in a more better way with the help of the following picture. Now students, here we can easily notice that in the first phase the process of fertilization takes place, which you can see also here, the fertilization mentioned. After the process of fertilization takes place, huge multiplicative process keeps on taking place inside the zygote, and which further forms the blastomers, thereafter the gastrula process takes place. And finally, students, you can notice that there is the formation of zygote, that is the formation of zygote into fetus. And students, here in this picture you can easily notice that how the zygote process gets converted into a fetus. So students, embryonic development is all about the process in which the zygote gets converted into the fetus. Embryonic development starts from zygote stage. Students, as we have discussed earlier also, that the development of the embryo starts taking place from the zygote formation. So students, here we can notice that the egg is fertilized by the sperm, which you can see here, students. So when the egg gets fertilized by the sperm, then there is formation of zygote, students, which you can clearly see. And after the zygote gets formed, huge number of multiplicative division starts taking place at a very faster rate, which further forms the morula stage. Students, you can clearly notice here. And this morula stage further leads to the formation of blastocytes, where we can find two distinct cell layers, that is the trophoblast and the inner mass of cells. There is a process of implantation and differentiation which takes place in embryonic development. Students, it's a very important point to note, and that is, in the process of embryonic development, implantation and differentiation also takes place, and due to which the embryo gets properly formed. Morula and blastula formation is further stage of embryonic development. Students, it's a concept building point that morula and blastula is formed as the stages of the embryonic development. That is, without the formation of morula and blastula, embryo cannot be formed. So students, as you can notice here, that this is the fertilized egg, as it is also called as the zygote. The zygote is getting the first stage, that is a 2-celled stage, the second stage, that is a 4-celled stage, the third stage, that is the blastocytes, the next fourth stage, that is the 16-cell stage, and finally the 8-cell stage. So students, actually the whole process takes place in this way. Fertilized egg forms 2-cell stage, 2-cell stage further forms 4-cell stage, 4-cell stage further forms 8-cell stage, 8-cell stage, which is also called as morula. Students, this stage is called as morula, and thereafter 8 to 16 stage cells, that is 16 stage cells, this is also included under the morula stage. So students, both of these two stages, are included under the morula stage. Specifically, the 16-cell stage is included. So actually students, the 16-cell stage is included in the morula stage, and the morula stage thereafter leads to this 16-cell stage, which is the specific morula stage. So students, this 16-cell stage, that is the specific morula stage further leads to the formation of blastocytes. There is development of umbilical cord which joins embryo to the uterine wall. So students, development of umbilical cord is a very important stage which joins the embryo to the uterine wall of the mother. So students, here you can notice the uterine wall of the mother which is getting connected with the embryo, and here you can also find the umbilical cord which is mentioned in this diagram. So students, this tube-like structure which acts as the connecting link between the mother's uterine and the fetus is called as the umbilical cord. Students, now let's discuss important question. What are various parts of sperm? The following are the parts of sperm: head, middle piece, tail. Thank you, students.